Today we are going to study the second part of the chapter Prime Minister. The position of the Prime Minister is described by Lord Morley as primus inter pares, which means first among equals. In this theory, all ministers have an equal position, all being responsible to the Parliament in the same manner. In reality, the Prime Minister is a keystone of the cabinet arc. Under the Article 74(1) of our Constitution clearly states that there shall be a Council of Ministers with the Prime Minister at the head to aid and advise the President, who shall, in the exercise of his functions, act in accordance with such advice. Powers and position of Prime Minister of India. While the President is the de jure or nominal head of the executive, the Prime Minister is the de facto or the real head of the executive. Though he is the head of the government, he is answerable to the Parliament and through it to the people of the country. He is responsible for the lapses and the failure of the policies of his government. The Prime Minister and the President. Article 78 defines the duties of the Prime Minister in the relation to the President. It states that it is the duty of the Prime Minister to communicate to the President all the decisions of the Council of Ministers relating to the administration and legislation. The Prime Minister shall also furnish such information as the President may call for. The Prime Minister shall also submit for the consideration of Council of Ministers any matter decided by the President. Thus, the Prime Minister is the link between the President and the Cabinet. All authority vested in the President is in reality exercised by the Prime Minister. The President, on the advice of Prime Minister, appoints as well as dismisses any member of the Council of Ministers. All major appointments like those of judges of Supreme Court, the High Courts are made on the advice of the Prime Minister. Thus, the Prime Minister is the chief advisor to the President of India. The Prime Minister also advises the President when to summon and when to prorogue of the two houses Parliament and dissolve the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister and the Cabinet. The Prime Minister allocates the different portfolios of the ministers and assign the rank of the ministers. He can transfer a minister from one department to another, and if necessary, he can ask the minister to resign also. The no minister can continue in the office if the Prime Minister desire him to be removed. But if the Prime Minister resigns or loses the support of the majority in the House, then the entire government has to resign. It is a duty of the Prime Minister to see that the various ministers work in a coordinated manner to achieve the goals set by the government. This is needed for the smooth functioning of the administration. The Prime Minister and the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister is the leader of the Lok Sabha, therefore, he will enjoy the unique position in the Lok Sabha. The President summons, prorogues, and dissolves the Lok Sabha on the advice of Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the chief spokesperson and a defender of the government. He makes all the important announcements of the national policies on the floor of the House. The Prime Minister's views are regarded as the official interpretation of the government's policy. The Prime Minister as the leader of the nation. The Prime Minister keeps the national interest in mind while discussing the issues at international forums. Being the chief spokesperson for the nation, the Prime Minister decides the India's internal and foreign policies. The Prime Minister represents the country in the international conference like those sponsored by the UNO, the non-aligned summits, the SARC summits, G8 summit, etc., where he puts the points and views of the entire nation. The Prime Minister was the ex officio chairman of the Planning Commission.